everyone, welcome back to this live. My name is Sheila and this is Heavenly Bride. This is where we prepare for upcoming marriages, earthly marriages, and also for the coming of Christ. So, in today's video, I won't take much of your time, but I'm just led to come and share about something that, yeah, God has been revealing to me concerning the marriages that are happening in this time. And it's kingdom marriages, because of the work that these marriages are going to do. He's going to use these marriages for his glory. That's why they are called kingdom marriages. So there's something that I mentioned in my last live. It was about Prodigal. So I'd love to share something concerning the same. How to know your God ordained spouse has become a prodigal. So for some of us, maybe when God reveals someone as your spouse, I've come to realize the reason why God wants us to pray. It's because most of the times the other person, the other spouse, might not have the same revelation that you have at that time. So it's proper for you to pray so that they may also be close to God, so that they can hear God and obey Him. When the time is right, they will be able to do the right thing. So another reason why you should also pray is because if you don't pray, it's easy for someone to get deceived. And in the case of Prodigal, as I've said before, the prodigal thought whatever he was doing was the right thing for him to do. He woke up one day and decided to ask for the inheritance. And maybe according to him, that was the right thing for him to do at that time, considering the people that were around him, and maybe the friends advised him. So he was easily deceived because maybe he wasn't prayerful enough, because I believe he was a good son just like his brother. But the fact that maybe sometimes if you're not prayerful, the enemy can easily deceive you. So in this case, I'll talk about who a prodigal is. A prodigal is someone who has been deceived. For those who are joining, welcome to this live. Just type your name and where you're watching from. And my name is Sheila, and this is Heavenly Bride. So, for the sake of prodigal, it could be someone who is born again, but the fact that maybe they have been deceived, whether they don't have a prayerful lifestyle, or at a certain point they were not in tune with the Spirit, and they fell into the trap of and the deception of the enemy. That's why they are called prodigals. Or sometimes they know the will of God, but they choose to just go the other way. In the case of Jonah, Jonah in the Bible, he had clearly what God had instructed him to do, but he decided to go to the other city, and not to Nineveh. So prodigals, they might know the voice of God, but somehow they might choose to go the other route, or they might be confused at some point because of prayerlessness. And therefore, I just want to maybe highlight characteristics that will help you to know that your God ordained spouse has become a prodigal, or has started, or is a prodigal. So number one is what God told you and what you're seeing don't match. So maybe they used to communicate, and all of a sudden they start avoiding meeting you, or they start avoiding your calls or text. They completely don't respond to you to a point that you start questioning whether you had God or you had right, you know. So you start doubting, are they really my spouse? So they'll start avoiding you. They'll start um, ignoring your calls. They start ignoring your text, and yeah. And in the meantime, God is confirming this is the right person. So to you, you're trying to reach out, you're trying to be friendly. Maybe you guys know each other, but at some point you used to do the things that you're doing, but they'll start avoiding you at a certain point. So that's the point number one. And then the next one is you'll experience rejection, either by what they say or what they do. For example, they'll just start zoning you, you know, if they'll start maybe friend zoning you and just voicing it out to make sure that you realize, yeah, you can only be uh, friends with them and nothing more. Or they'll start brother zoning you or sister zoning you. So there's that moment where they start showing rejection, or they reject you by what they say or what they do. Another point is that you'll start to notice they're entertaining other people, especially in this case, the people of the opposite sex. So you start maybe noticing there's this lady who they hang up with, and the things they do, it shows there's more than friendship in that relationship. So in this case, I call these other people counterfeit because according to the prodigal, these people may be are the right people to be in their lives, you know. So maybe they might think this is the right person based on how they look, the physical look here matches. It matches what they want to have as a spouse, or maybe according to them, they have the salary. You know, they have all that they need. Uh, they want from a spouse. Let me not use need. So when you start seeing these particular people, because God is speaking to you, and that's why you should also be very prayerful at this point, because the Spirit of God will witness to you, and it will confirm who these people are. And in this case, I call them their counterfeit because they look like the right people according to your prodigal spouse, but in God's sight, they are not. So when you see these people, God will help you discern who they really are. They don't, yeah, you'll just notice. I can't explain that further, but the Spirit of God will just tell you who these people really are. So that's why it's important to to really pray. Yeah, so that's it. I wanted to share with you that for today. Of course, as day progresses, I'll keep on sharing as Lord leads me. And thank you so much for watching, and continue praying whether your God ordained spouse has come to their senses the way the prodigal son came to his senses or not. Continue praying, and whether you are in that space where you have just been told this is the person that God is highlighting and they could be my future God ordained spouse, stay prayed up, stay in the presence of God so that you might not encounter some of these challenges, and the other person also will be in tune with the Spirit of God. That's all for today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye and take care.